Welcome. Hi, Mandy. How are you?
Hi, Austin. I'm awesome. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm fantastic. This is becoming like the highlight of my week, and I think many other people would say the same thing. And here we are. It's Monday, November 22nd. We are coming at you at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm joined by the lovely Mandy Robinson, who is our official Flashpoint spokesperson, all the way from Cobourg, Ontario.
Canada.
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Canada.
I will stop now.
Yeah, we've had some snow. We've had some snow. Up where Sabrina is, it's blanketed. Beautiful.
Wow. Well, I'm glad it's not snowing here yet where I'm located. But if you are joining us for the first time, I want to welcome you in. This is Flashpoint. And dare I say, this is the place where you can create the moment to manifest your big breakthrough. More on that later, but I want to turn it over to you, Mandy, because we have so much going on, and it's like lots of excitement in the air in our community and lots of opportunity. I just met with Emilio and Daniela briefly about an hour ago, and
Nice.
lots of great things are in transition. So I know there's lots of opportunity, but some of you may be trying to figure things out still. You might be going through a transition. You're going through maybe a life change. Either way, we have you covered. So I'm going to turn it over to Mandy. And Mandy, I'm let you go through some of the opportunities. And just let me set this up real quick before I turn it over. So we want to go through the overview of the things that you can take advantage of now that are complementary. So we're going to go through a quick list. And then we're going to stick around to go through more detail, more inspiration. I know Mandy always has something beautiful to pour into your life and reflect to you. So, Mandy, I'm going to turn it over to you right now.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here and a great honor for me to be the spokesperson for Flashpoint. So thank you, Austin. I'm just going to kick it off. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just going to kick it off with an Albert Einstein quote.
Okay.
Because this pertains to the list.
Okay.
I can is 100 times more important than IQ. So let's see how many we can get to say, I can take this option or that option and jump in with Flashpoint.
I can is more important than IQ. I really like that.
I can is 100 times more important than IQ. Yeah.
And I really love that.
I like that. Thank you.
I really love that because if you know Einstein, you'll know that his IQ was not in the highest amongst his peers.
No, it wasn't.
So that
was another reason why I knew you'd pick up on that. We're in sync. That's awesome. Yeah, okay, so this is just the short list. And it's 1 to 7, so I'm just going to list them individually before we get into detail. So the first one is the Florida retreat in February 2022, just a few months away. The second point is the Daily Gratitude Manifesto. Oh, I just want to dive into it. This is different. Third point, private community with complementary gifts. Think about that. The fourth point is the ACT program, which is ACCT. It's all about accountability. And we have Zoom calls that are also complementary. More gifts. Number 5, the weekly updates. Ta-da! Austin and myself here, right here, streaming live. Everyone. Welcome to everybody. Happy to have you here. Number 6 is the Flashpoint TV show, which airs on Fridays. And number 7 is the book, the full book that Austin is producing and releasing, might add, February the 20th, his book, Flashpoint at the Retreat. So that is the recap of the list.
Thank you so much, Mandy. Lots of opportunity in there. So I'm eager to go into more detail into some of these lists. If you're just joining, I'd love you to share that Einstein quote one more time.
Absolutely. So Albert Einstein said this: I can is 100 times more important than IQ.
Perfect. Great way to start us off, Mandy.
Thank you. So here we go. We talked about the number one being the Florida retreat. So Austin is going to secure a venue in Florida, and who doesn't want to get out of the winter and go to Florida? I do, already packing the suitcase. So for 10 days, you have two options. You can come for 5 days for the first section, which is to do with Flashpoint, or you can come for the second half, which is to do with the power of pure presence. First part is February the 11th to the 15th, Flashpoint, February the 16th to the 20th, the power of pure presence. Or you can be greedy like me and come for the whole 10 days.
Yeah.
Plus one either side for doing my own thing.
No, it's going to be great. I'm very excited about it.
You must be. You must be. So again, we're looking for people, minimum of 8, so that Austin can secure the venue.
Yes.
So let's see how many of you can think along the lines of Albert Einstein and say, I can jump into this retreat. I'm jumping in. Yes. Okay. The second point, which was the Daily Gratitude Manifesto. And expressing gratitude, as we've seen every day so far, from something that Austin brought out by one of my first and ultimate chief mentor, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Expressing gratitude daily changes our biochemistry.
Yes, it does.
It really does. And the ripple effect from expressing that gratitude ripples out and reverberates 6 months down the road. Now, I've also got another study I could show you, not here tonight, but another study that shows that it's for life. For life.
We'll have to bring that up. We got plenty of days left for the
Absolutely.
We'd love to hear that.
Yeah. So I'm inviting people, Austin's inviting people to say, yes, I can join Austin. Yes. Give us the definition of where Austin gives us the definition of gratitude. He complements it with a quote and brings on a special guest to discuss what gratitude means to them. And in the meantime, everyone that's on the live can put their gratitude expressions in the chat room. And as Austin likes to say, it's saved there for everyone right on into the future. So that's expressing gratitude. Very, very important in changing our biochemistry, making us feel so alive and so good, and giving it to everybody else that comes and joins us too. So that's the second point. We're motoring here.
Yes.
Hop in if you need to, which you will.
Yes, we will. We're going to wrap this up in a nice bow. And I just want to jump in. And as I know people are joining, and we're just creating a lot. We're working passionately to pour something into your journey that's going to add value to your journey. That's what we're doing. And that's why we have lots of complimentary. So if you're just joining, we're going through the opportunities that you have to take advantage of. And I'm so glad that Mandy agreed to do this and to run through it. So back to you, Mandy.
Thank you. Now we're getting into the gifts, right?
Yes.
So not only do we have the gift of a Florida retreat right in the heart of winter, and here in Canada, February is the most horrendous month for snow, ice, and slush and everything else. But now we're getting into some more gifts of Austin's on point number 3, the private community with the complimentary gifts. So Austin has a private group. It's called Journey to Freedom. And in there are all these gifts. Are you paying attention? Are you ready to say, I can jump in and acquire these gifts? The first one is the 9 questions. It's a complimentary PDF on identifying limiting beliefs in here and getting rid of them, right? How's about that? Removing limiting beliefs. That's a huge gift. So jump into the community, grab the PDF on the 9 questions. The second point in here that is a beautiful gift. And I followed Austin on this journey when he did a video series called Meet Me in the Morning. That was absolutely breathtakingly spectacular. And it's now become a playlist. Austin's turned it into a playlist. So once you come into that private group, you can acquire the magic of those videos. And I kid you not, it's giving me goosebumps just to even think about the value in that video list, that playlist. And the third thing in there, now we've already talked about the gratitude manifesto, but guess what? Something is going to happen to that manifesto. It's going to be compiled into a document of all the guests and their expressions of gratitude.
Yeah.
And that's what a manifesto is, right? It's a preservation of documented words, thoughts, whatever it is. So even the title, Gratitude Manifesto, is perfect.
Yes.
So anyone in the private group, see, this is why you've just got to say, I will jump into that private group and take advantage of all these beautiful gifts. So anyone in the private group can gain great benefits from accessing this document forever. Like anytime you want to jump in there and say, okay, I just need some inspiration of gratitude, right? Right, Austin?
Yeah. And the thing is, Mandy, I just want to hint, we're also planning another, which I'm not going to release tonight, but we're also planning another thing around this gratitude manifesto where we're going to do something even more. We're going to take it up a notch for people that really want to add gratitude to your life. You know, life comes at us. We know it. And we need to be reminded. I know I do. I need to be reminded of those reasons to be grateful. So I know that this is going to be a special keepsake that you're going to be able to have with every single guest that's been on here. They've been amazing people. You know, think about people. If you haven't seen it, look at the people that have come on here. Lizzie T was on today. Joe T. Mandy was a guest. Carrie.
Dr. Stacy.
Dr. Stacy. We got another Dr. Stacy coming up soon.
So yes.
Amazing, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have like the people that are coming into the gratitude manifesto. They're just people you want to connect with. Like, forget about me for a moment. You're going to want to hear their reflections. We're compiling it all for you in that private community. And it's a step. You just got to, it's complimentary. That's it. You're just jumping in. You're saying, I want to be a part of this. And you can access all of the things that we're creating, the people that we're adding. You're going to have access to these people. I'm telling you, I don't, well, they say you attract what you are. So I received that because the people that are coming into this community, I'm humbled by them. And Mandy, you're one of them. And it just makes me a better person. Mandy makes me a better person. Marlon makes me a better person. Tony, Michelle, Carrie, Dr. Stacy, Lizzie, all helps me become a better person. And I know it's going to help you become a better person. But, I'll go back to your quote last week. Nothing changes unless something moves. Right?
Nothing changes unless something first moves. And again, Albert Einstein. Yes.
Yep. So back to you, Mandy. I'm going to remove myself for a moment and let you have at it, and I'll be right back.
No problem. So, as we've already seen, these are all complimentary gifts, right? Complimentary gifts. It doesn't get any better than that. Nothing to lose and so much value to gain. Look at it like it's a buffet. When you go to a buffet to pick food out for breakfast or lunch or whatever it is, there's a vast array of all kinds of foods. And it's like, oh, what do I choose? What do I choose? This is a valuable buffet of complimentary gifts. And this now actually leads us into the next gift, the next exciting gift, which is point number 4, the ACT program. That was it. So I've got 2 pages here I'm flipping backwards and forwards from.
Mandy, I want to ask you something here because
put me on the spot.
I like to be improvisational here.
You do. Evan,
why would somebody join this community? Like, there's so many options out there today. Like, I'm aware of this because I've studied it for 20 years. And I always have my eye and my ear looking and my ear to the ground, paying attention to what other people are are putting out there. And I ask myself, why is somebody going to join this community? Like, why would they come here versus somewhere else?
Because this is a unique community. You studied it for 20 years. I've studied it for 15 plus, even before then. So I also understand the caliber of what's out there. And you've got the big gurus with the big names, and they've all got their place, right? They all have their own individual way of bringing things to the world, which are valuable to different people on different levels at different times.
Yes.
This, for me, and I can only speak from experience, right?
Yeah.
This, for me, is down to earth. There's complete transparency and openness. No progress that we make in the community is considered to be small progress. Everything is valuable.
Amen to that.
And we're all on the same page for it, right? We're all open-hearted, kindred spirits. And you're not the big guru, and I mean that in the greatest respect.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, cowbell moment. But you have the spirit that people want to connect to, because you're pouring so much value into everything that you do, not just for yourself, but for everybody that jumps in.
Yeah.
And you're there for them. You are there for them. And that cannot be said. And I know this from experience too. That cannot be said of the gurus, because they come down the levels right. You are right there in the heart, keeping the heartbeat moving, and you are a big asset in doing this. I love this community. They've become like family to me, and everybody knows that.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
All I can say is I'm ever grateful for Austin J. Haynes. I'm ever grateful for all that he's pouring into the community. I'm ever grateful for this beautiful community of people that I'm belonging to, and for the opportunities that I'm being afforded. So
yeah,
it's just unique in so many different ways to what other people are doing out there. Now, I will just say this, though. As with other programs, not everything is for everybody, and maybe this isn't for you.
That's true.
But I would be mightily surprised if it wasn't, especially with all these valuable nuggets and gifts that are priceless, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, somebody could come into the community and see what we're about. And if it's a fit, you stay. If it's not a fit, you leave. We're not here to convince anybody. I want to help you. I want you to literally, I'm building this to create your big breakthrough. You know, first of all, there's a moment that you're going to break through. There's a moment it's going to make sense. That's what this whole thing's about. It's my journey. And we're creating things that are going to help you create your big breakthrough. That's it. And if it feels right, you're like, I belong here, you're here. If it doesn't, there's plenty of other options out there. That's the great news. You win or you win, you know? That's
right. It's an all-win situation. And it goes back to the Einstein quote, right?
Yeah.
I can complete and get to my breakthrough. I can get there through this community and through all the value that Austin's pouring in. So this now takes us into the ACT program. And this is always, everything's exciting. So I have to bring it down a little bit. But the ACT program. Or not. Or not. Let's not get started on me laughing, otherwise we'll lose control. The ACT program. So it's all about accountability. So accountability, community with coaching that leads to transformation. This is where the breakthroughs happen. This is where we transform our lives and become our desires and our passions. And again, this is what we're doing. We're working passionately to help you to do this. I urge you all to get on board. So the complementary part to the ACT program, right now we have bi-weekly Zoom calls for the ACT program, and we have 3 left until the end of December. So this is a great opportunity, as Austin just said, to come in and taste, touch, and see what we're all about, right? Just like in the buffet, you look at all that food and maybe you want to try this piece of cake or that piece of a sausage or whatever it is until you find the one that's palatable to your taste, right?
There you go. Now we're getting talking food.
No. Yes. Don't get me started. So in the ACT program, we have an inner circle of about 8 to 10 members who are being coached privately by Austin and being held accountable for their actions in applying the wisdom and changing their business or their personal lives. It works on all levels, right? And we can join that ACT program as guests. So we can comment in the chat room. We can jump in and chat if we want to, if Austin invites us to make comments. But the point is, you're getting a really good feel for what Flashpoint, the ACT program, and all the value, all the beautiful, beautiful gems of information and wisdom are when you attend the ACT program. And again, it's complimentary.
Yeah.
I tell you, Austin's turned into Santa Claus early, right? He's brought all these gifts to the table.
Well, you know, I'll be transparent again, you know, because that's just what I do. I just believe that if there was I'll say what it is. The name recognition, I have a certain name recognition, but if it was a big name that was doing what we're doing, it would be tens of thousands of dollars.
Thousands.
Just full transparency. It would be tens of thousands of dollars.
Yes, it would.
But, you know, that's the beauty of it, right? That's the beauty of being in on early in something that I believe is going to be way bigger than Austin, because it's people, in my opinion, people are starving for authenticity.
Yes.
They're starving for experience. They're starving for real connections. So the other programs are great, but it still is not, it doesn't satiate their palate. We're talking about food. It doesn't satiate the palate of what they really crave to help them grow. It gives them the surface level stuff. And as I know, because I've been in a lot of these programs, it's thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars to get into those communities. So don't be fooled by the fact that it's complimentary. Don't be fooled by the fact that it's coming from me or whoever. Some of you are going to take full advantage of this, and you have been. And it's, you know, and I know the residual effect of it. I see it. I see it happening in people's lives. And Mandy, what's really interesting for me is that, and really exciting for me, is to watch. I finally am like understanding what it means to have a ripple effect, where something goes out and it's not even about you anymore. It transcends, and you're not even like actively involved in it, but you know, because of your actions, and I know you understand this all too well, now it's bigger than you, and that's really what this creates. And I'm just watching it in people's lives, and it could be in your life. Imagine that your life starts to spiral in the direction that you want. Imagine that feeling of fulfillment, that you're moving forward, that you're free from the limitations, that you're able to enjoy the process of, that you happily achieve, not achieve to be happy, that you progress from a place of peaceful power.
Yes.
What do you want?
It absolutely transcends. It's what a true servant leader has at the heart of his or her soul. And I know this from personal experience. When I've watched and trained and mentored and coached clubs, individuals, I've competed in competitions on the world stage there.
Yes, you did.
And you see how even one person, and I know it's been a heck of a lot more than that, but even one person that has come in and can barely utter a word, to then turning their life around and being on the radio and emceeing events and running a dog training school. I sit back and I've got goosebumps. I'm almost being on the radio, because that is what a servant leader does. They help without expectation, and the reward that's felt here is seeing somebody else's success and cheering them on. And that's what you do. That's what you do. And I just wanted to add to that point. I keep losing these earbuds, but anyway, I just wanted to add to that point that you are also there all the time. And I want to stress that because I've been to a lot of these conferences and attended all these events. And yes, once you leave, you're on a high, you've got all the information and yeah, rah, 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 I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then a few weeks later, the high drops and you're left thinking, well, now what? Well, yeah, you could get back in touch with them and buy some more courses.
Yeah.
You tell me which guru out there, and I only know one. I do know one. He's no longer in existence, but Wayne Dyer would be walking on a beach and somebody would come up to him and he would start talking, take them back to his house, and they left with gemstones of wisdom like they could never have experienced, right?
Love
And
that.
Austin's group, Austin's premise of Flashpoint in your turnaround story is not going anywhere. He is always accessible. And I would add, I'm accessible too.
Yes.
As are some members as well.
Yeah.
So this is, how do you stress this enough to convince people? Einstein, let Einstein convince you. I can is 100 more times important than IQ.
I would put a guarantee out there. I would say that I guarantee you're going to get extreme value from this just off the complimentary things that we're creating. If you decide that you want to invest and you want to go further, I mean, I know where that would go, but there's many people that are in the community and they like being a part of the complimentary things that we do. And that's totally fine. I mean, that's what we're here for. You know, not everybody's journey is different. Everybody has a different journey to go down.
That's true too. And also people take things in at different levels, right?
Yes.
You can look at something, read something, hear something and think about it. And somewhere down the road, boom, the light bulb goes on. Or you can absorb it right in the moment. So this is an area where it's for the capacity of anybody and everybody because it's that valuable. So just keeping an eye on the time there, we're going to move on to number 5.
Yes, go for it.
Which is where we are sitting right now in current time. The weekly updates, which are live streamed right here at 5:30 p.m. every Monday. So why would that be of any importance to anyone? Well, think about it. Listen to reflect on what you've just heard here already. Find out what's coming down the pipeline, what's already happening, what's already succeeding, what you can take part in. Find out what more gifts are coming your way. And don't miss out on all the great things that we are working hard, passionately to set up for you.
Good catch.
Good catch. Yeah, I was also a basketball player. I can catch. So from here, it is then quite easy. We like to do things so that it's easily accessible for you because that too is going to make it flow and help you to progress in a lot better way, shall we say. So it's easy from here in the private group after the ACT program to transition over to Austin's YouTube channel, whatever you call it, for updates. So these weekly updates are part of the content that are going to be in his YouTube channel, under his YouTube channel.
We're streaming right now, maybe. We are streaming right now on YouTube.
Oh, we are. See? Look at the magic of technology, right?
I'm going to share the link with everyone so they can.
Yes, make sure you do.
And I'm going to jump in for a moment because the reason why we're doing this is because Facebook operates without rhyme or reason sometimes based on algorithms. And I've had people say to me, I can't find your videos. I saw it. I can't find it. Where do I find it? Where do I find it? YouTube is a better place to find that stuff because you can go into the channel. We are building playlists in there now. You can access those playlists. This way you can go in, and if you want to go in and just concentrate on video versus going into Facebook and you got to hunt, you got to search, and you can never really find what you're looking for. So that's why you want to click on the YouTube channel and subscribe to that. We're going to be, obviously, there's a consistent uploading of content there?
He always takes the words out of my mouth before I've had chance to say them.
Go for it. Say it again.
I'll say it again. Repetition for emphasis, right? So I personally just want to encourage every single person out there that gets this now, later, whenever they get it. I want to encourage you to subscribe to Austin's YouTube channel. This is very important to keeping this platform going, keeping it alive and active. And as Austin just said, if Facebook, and we've had it happen, haven't we? We had it happen last week, right?
Yeah.
If Facebook goes down for whatever reason, we can go to YouTube channel, and there are all the documents, the videos, the playlists, the content. The content is a diamond of wisdom, and it's all there under his YouTube channel. So say, like Einstein says, I can subscribe. I can subscribe, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You're right. Okay. So that takes us, I tell you, there has to be a better way with these earbuds. There really does. I've got tiny ears. They're just not sitting right. We'll get to that after the show. Anyway.
No, that's good.
Can you? Okay. So point number 6 is the Flashpoint TV show. Mm-hmm. Now that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful because now at noon on Fridays, so that's every Friday at noon, the Flashpoint TV show airs, and Austin has a special guest on every time with more nuggets of wisdom. And currently he's interviewing all the individual co-authors in his book, which is his second Flashpoint book, Your Health Turnaround Story. So go ahead.
Okay. Your Health Turnaround Story. Hold on.
There it is. Look at those beautiful colors. When you look at those colors, it actually makes you think of the colors inside the body, the reds, the anyway, let's not get into bodily fluids, but anyway,
very good.
It does. It makes you think of the internal working of the body, and this is what the health turnaround story is about, right? Somebody who's perhaps hit rock bottom with their health, there seems to be no way out. And then they perhaps find a natural way of changing their life, or through exercise, or whatever it is. It's their health turnaround to coming to peak performance in mind, body, and spirit. There's nothing more beautiful than a beautiful body, a beautiful mind, and a happy, contented, beautiful spirit that wants to serve others. Yeah. Amen to that. Amen to that. Yeah. So again, I can only say I can attend the Flashpoint TV show at noon on Fridays, or get the playback. Vitally important. So that takes us into our 7th and final point.
Yeah.
Which is Austin's book release. Austin's, complete book release. Yeah. And I've already seen, you don't have the cover available, do you?
Of course I do.
Yes, do it, yes.
All right, here we go. Sizing's close enough.
Forget the sizing. Does anybody else on here not feel the desire to just jump into that book?
Yeah.
That is a spectacular, outstanding cover. And it just wowed me beyond anything you could imagine. But I also love the blues and the golds. They're two of my favorite colors. So Austin's going to release this book, right? And where's he going to release it? Can you still hear me? I've lost one of the buds.
You're there. I can hear you.
Okay, good. So he's going to release this complete book, Flashpoint, in February on the 20th, which is what date, Austin J. Haynes?
My birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday! Woo! Releasing the Flashpoint book. Amen. Hallelujah. Absolutely. So where will we be when you release this book?
Florida.
We'll be in Florida at the retreat. We've got away from the winter. We're with Austin J. Haynes for 10 days or more. We're going to receive a signed copy of his complete Flashpoint book. And we're going to interact and interchange and incite each other to some incredible, amazing friendships and wisdom and learning and contributing that you could ever wish for at this retreat. So 8 of you minimum. We will take more, but we need 8 of a minimum.
We need 8. We need 8.
We need 8. Just 8. Just 8. Just 8.
8 people.
Say, I can. I can come to Florida and partake of all these beautiful gifts that are going to be there. So that kind of sums up the 7 points. Just before you close it out or kind of finish off, I'd just also like to mention, with your permission, that I have my own book release, which is this upcoming December the 1st. Thank you.
Yes.
So the title of the book is called Catalyst, and it is a book that comprises my life experiences, some of them put down into poems, accompanied by my awesome photography, because they're all nature scenes, which is also my passion. So thank you for allowing me to bring this out as well, Austin. I appreciate that.
For this book.
And you know what? There's also another gold nugget in there. You want me to say it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Austin has given me the honor of writing the foreword for me in this book. So I just feel so grateful for that. So excited and so grateful. Yeah. Thank you.
Did you mention the title of the book? I just want to make sure.
Catalyst.
Oh, Catalyst.
Yes.
Which the definition of catalyst is?
It's transformation.
The definition.
It's like the butterfly.
The definition is an agent of change.
Yes, an agent of change.
Obviously, when you're in the poetic sense that you're writing, it's that transformation, that metamorphosis.
Yes.
Right. And I know every word in there is written with the heart, orchestrated for impact and meaning. I know it, and I can feel that already. So I'm excited to get this forward to you. And
thank you. Bless you for saying that. I just want to backtrack, because there was a point I wanted to bring out earlier that I forgot. You talked about recognition. Can you remember what you spoke about the word recognition around? What did you use it in context? Can you remember? Recognition. I haven't made notes, right? Otherwise, I would have it on paper. But anyway, the reason it stuck out with me is because we're talking about gratitude every day through this platform, right?
Yes.
And recognition, whatever context you brought that out in, is a synonym, part of a synonym of gratitude. So I just want people to Google or go in there and look for the word gratitude, and you will see connotations, synonyms, antonyms, all kinds of phrases for expressing gratitude. So recognition is a synonym, part of the synonyms under the umbrella of gratitude.
Beautiful.
And I'm very grateful for being here tonight and having everybody here and supporting Austin.
Yep. No, thank you so much, Mandy. So to wrap up, the link for the 9 questions is in the chat. That's how you get into the private community. You click on that link, you put a name and email in, you'll get an email back, and you got to check your junk, clutter, spam, promo folder, because that's sometimes what happens. But in there, you'll get the 9 questions to identify and remove limiting beliefs. You're also going to get the link to join our private community. It's a Facebook community right now. You hit request. We're going to build it out of Facebook eventually, but that's where we are now. You can get in there and access a lot of this other information. I'm going to be posting the Meet Me in the Morning tonight. I'm going to be posting that playlist tonight. So the moment you get into that community is the moment you're going to get access to something that you can get something from, that can help you create your Flashpoint moment. So that's the 9 questions. Also, the YouTube link is here, that you can go to YouTube and get out of Facebook, because Facebook shut down. And I've had people say to me, we can't find your video. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything gets uploaded there. You get notified. You can go find things easier. It's just so much easier to do it. So I want to highly recommend you do it. And I'm just going to turn it back over to Mandy. just to do a rapid fire on everything that we talked about, and then we're going to sum it up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I also want to say that it's something I can do. I can jump in. I can take advantage of all these gifts, all these programs under YouTube, on Facebook, gratitude, everything. You just have to say it to yourself. I can, and I want to, and I'm going to, right? So quick recap on the 7 points. We talked about the Florida retreat, February 2022. We talked about the daily gratitude manifesto, which happens at 8 a.m. every single day. So I'm hoping I can say, I will see you, Austin will see you tomorrow morning. The third point was the private community with all the complimentary gifts. We had the PDF. Too much to mention right now because it's a quick recap. We're looking at time. But number 4 was the ACT program. So that's accountability, coaching, and community that leads to transformation. And when you say, I can jump into this community under whatever level that is, you are saying, I can transform my life. I know it. Austin knows it. Number 5, the weekly updates that we're on right now under the YouTube status. Number 6, the Flashpoint TV show, which airs every Friday at noon. And we're currently interviewing all the co-authors for his turnaround health story for Flashpoint. And number 7 was the release of Austin's first complete book called Flashpoint, which will be released on his birthday, February the 20th, 2022, at the retreat in Florida. I can. Let's do it. Namaste.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. This has been our Flashpoint weekly update. My name's Austin, the founder of Flashpoint. This is Mandy.
Thank you.
Spokesperson. So, Mandy, I'm glad you're doing this. It's an honor. Thank you so much, everyone. Take advantage of this. We'll see you next week for next week's weekly update.
God bless everyone. Stay safe. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Hugs. Yes. Bye.